Hey, this is Maginoni, and here's another edition of Good, the Bad, and the Disappointing. Now, this week, I will admit I had a really, really tough time with um, a couple of these books, but let's get on to it. Let's go to the most undeserving good book ever, and that is Secret Wars number 7. The lateness of this book has just completely soured me of this entire experience. But that being said, the art is still beautiful. The story is still great. This is basically the all battle issue where Doom is losing grip over the battle world. You have some good dialogue between Reed Richards and Black Panther, which kind of possibly foreshadows some stuff. You have a fantastic ending with Namor and Black Panther. Left at a cliffhanger, but that's fine. Overall, it was really, really solid. It's just freaking late is the problem. So if anything, it's definitely getting me excited for the next issue because stuff is really going to happen. A lot of stuff is going to happen. Okay. The bad. Squadron Sinister number 4. Okay. Before I read this book, I was like, man, what is the bad book of the week? I read this book and I said, this is the biggest piece of unimagined bullcrap I have ever experienced in this year. Basically, this is where everything comes to a head between Nighthawk and Hyperion. And this is, in all honesty, Batman Dark Knight, issue 4, the battle between Batman and Superman. Even his helmet is Batman's. He's using a prism, which is basically helping him augment his power, which is, just call it kryptonite. And this is utterly, like I said, the most this is just one of those books where I can't imagine the thought process on this, because you're in a pitch room, they're throwing out ideas. You have your editors, you have your writers, and eventually it goes down to, okay, how we're going to end this book. They plot it out, and it's like plagiarism. You know what I mean? It's like these people should be embarrassed that they came up with this idea. It's 100% plagiarism. It's a joke. This is something that I would expect an amateur to come up with, who is doing a fan fiction, not an amateur that's actually trying to get into the comics. I'm talking about a fanfic a creator who likes shipping My Little Pony with South Park, for an example, and this is ridiculous. I'm insulted. I feel cheated. If I could get my money back, I would, for all of it. I wish I knew how this was going to end earlier, because I wouldn't have bought it. None of it. Completely soured my experience. Horrible. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, then we go to the disappointing, which is Superman Batman. Now, the thing is, with Superman Batman, I mean, while the art was pretty decent, you have, the Bat People, and you got Superman. Okay, let's take this back a minute. When you have a book called Superman Batman, what are two things you expect to see? You expect to see some detectiving, and you expect to see Superman punching things, knocking buildings down. You don't get anything like that. There's no detectives. There's a bunch of snow. There's a bunch of people fighting. at the end. You got Iron Batman, you know, and then you get this ending here where they said, but that looks bad. I mean, yeah, I understand that you're talking about this ship here, but no, what really looks bad is his book. His book is such a disappointment of what your expectation is for these two characters. And I mean, I understand that you have half a man and who is Superman, you know, and you have a robot with a police commissioner inside, and it's like, what the hell? They can't even get the scale to Batman right half the time, and it's just, I just want them back. You know what I mean? Because this stuff is, it's just a disappointment. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. It's just, other than it's just plain. Oh gosh, I just wish, man. I just wish I didn't buy it. I just don't know what to say. Who cares what happens? It's inconsequential. You know what I mean? And who cares? It doesn't matter. None of this is going to matter in a few months when Bruce comes back and Superman gets his powers back. This is going to be a footnote that's just going to be forgotten. It's a joke. Anyways, let me know what your good, your bad, disappointing are for this week. Like and share. We'll have some more stuff later. Until next time.